All right. I'm so glad Dave just got back from the bathroom because now we're live.
Thank you very much. I just made it just in time between hair and makeup and the bathroom break.
It's okay. There's nobody, absolutely nobody watching
That's
right now.
perfect.
So we're
That's
good.
perfect.
So we're
That's
good.
perfect. So what's going on, kid?
Nothing. Just,
No?
no, Walt Disney World's open. Did you hear?
I did hear some rumors about it. I've been hearing a lot of negative stuff too.
Really?
Yeah, you're gonna get those haters out there.
Because
So,
they expect people to wash their hands.
well, they're just. I think there's some that are really really upset that Disney's opening. That they're even opening.
Yeah. Yeah. Now I've seen that. I saw that from some of my friends on Facebook. They didn't feel that with the current numbers, it was wise. But we're going to talk a little bit more about that in a little bit. But I felt I was there Thursday, and I felt like the way Disney's doing it is pretty good, and I felt pretty comfortable. So we can talk a little bit more about that and see what you think.
Toni-Ann, guess what?
What?
Kevin Curtis Allen is here.
Hi, Kevin Curtis Allen. So,
hey, Karen. Hey, Rachel. Yeah, I don't know about the negativeness because I think I don't want to get ahead of you.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. They don't feel safe there. Blah blah blah. But you made the comment to us. We just recorded a podcast, a show with Karen and Scott Daves.
Mm-hmm.
That should be out tomorrow afternoon.
Okay.
Sometime. But I'm having a hard time because I'm having to edit all of Scott out. So that's taking a lot of time right now. So. But I'm having a hard time because he always keeps jumping in. I'm like, gosh, I got to edit that out now. But when I'm through with that, hopefully it'll be out. But you made a comment that you said that you felt safer at Disney than you did at the grocery store.
I did, and I'm going to explain that. Well, I can explain it right now. Everybody had masks on. The cast members were making sure that people were spaced out and keeping their masks on, and there were barricades, lots of barricades to keep people apart. And I don't find that at the grocery store. I find people at the grocery store without masks on. I find people at the grocery store not following the directions that are on the floor. I find people at the grocery store not being spaced out. And I find people at the grocery store touching everything, and there's no place to wash your hands at the grocery store, and there's no hand sanitizer at the end of every aisle at the grocery store. There were a lot less people per cubic foot at Animal Kingdom than there are at Publix. So yeah. I was standing at the deli counter this weekend, and there's no spacing at the deli counter. There's everybody waiting there, everybody pulling the ticket for your number and touching that thing. So I felt better at Animal Kingdom. Open air, open spaces, and lots of opportunity to wash your hands and sanitize, and everybody knew that in order to be there, they had to have masks on. When I go to the grocery store, there's lots of people still not wearing masks, even now. So
yes, I was at the grocery store not too long ago, and I saw a family come in, a husband and a wife, and a small girl. She probably was 7, 8 years old. Mom and dad had a mask on, but the kid did not.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of that. Parents with masks on, but the kids not, and I don't understand that.
I'm not. I don't. So if anybody knows why that is, I don't know.
You want to protect yourself, but not your kid.
Well, I don't know. I don't want to judge anybody, but maybe there was a reason. I don't know.
Yeah. No, but I've seen that too.
I forgot what I was going to say. I was going to say something. Oh, early onset of Alzheimer's, I think. Oh.
It's okay.
Anyway, I don't know. I was going to say that, yeah, you can't even get your ride photos now at Disney if you don't have a mask on.
Yeah. So you had to have your mask on. I'll show you. This is skipping ahead a little bit, but I will give you a preview of what your ride photos look like now. There we are with our masks on. Looks like Michael's had fallen down a little bit by that time, but that was, you know, we were going down the hill. He had it on fully when we got on. So if you watch it,
if that crazy kid in the back with his hand up in the air and that hair going everywhere, if he hadn't had his mask on, no bueno for the photo.
Right, we wouldn't have got a picture. Yep. Yeah, that one. We all have our masks on. Michael's fell down again. I think Mike's mask was a little big, but it was good for him. So anyway, they say that when you're on a roller coaster and you're screaming, that your spit goes all over. So that's why they want you to keep your mask on. And in Japan, there's no screaming. You have to scream inside with your heart or whatever.
Heart. You got to scream with your heart.
Yeah, I was screaming with my heart. So let's talk a little bit about how Disney's doing things. I was invited to the annual Passholder Preview on Thursday at Animal Kingdom. My microphone is on, right? I just want to make sure. Scott is saying that Hillsborough County has exempted kids 8 and under from masks and under 18 at organized sports and summer camps. So that's interesting because my school district just sent us a flyer with 3 options for how we want to proceed with school year. And if they go back to school physically, they say masks will be mandatory at this is in Hernando County schools. So that's interesting that Hillsborough County says 8 and under is exempt.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I don't know either. Hey, Deidre.
So when we got there, so we signed up, we had to sign up ahead of time online, and we lamented about this on our podcast a few weeks ago that the signups were unfair but I got one, so let's not rub salt in anybody's wounds.
What did you get?
I got into the Passholder Preview.
You did?
Yeah.
Wow.
I know.
Was my name on there anywhere? Was
No.
there anywhere? Could you at any point like just clicked it and then?
Yeah. Stop reminding me. Stop.
I think we did it on purpose. You went, nah. Okay.
Shut up. I still feel so bad. Okay. So.
Oh, Kevin says it's going to be you have to wear
compulsory.
But the staff in the store, but the staff in the store doesn't have to wear them.
That's weird.
Yeah.
So
you live in a weird place there, Kevin.
They drive on the wrong side of the road too.
They do.
And they say aluminium instead of aluminum.
Well, they have that funny accent. Yeah.
And schedule. I have to write it on my schedule. So anyway. So the event was from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. So I left the house and we got there about 8:15. We were running a little behind. And I got to see close up how they're doing the parking in the parking lots. They're social distancing the cars. What they're actually doing is they're having people park every other spot. And then later once those people have gotten out of their cars and walked away, then they're bringing more cars to fill in the every other spot, the spots that are empty. So I actually even though I was there at 8:15, I actually got in the first row of parking because they had already filled that row. Those people had left the cars, gotten into the park. And by that point, I was able to get into that first row because they're doing it like that. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But the parking lot. In
the parking lot, yeah.
Yeah. I think they squeeze those people in there anyway.
Yeah.
See, I like that.
They're doing, like I said, they're doing every other row. And once those people have left and are gone, then they'll fill in the other spaces. So the thing about this annual pass holder event was they didn't have trams. So that was perfect. I was in the first row, so I was pretty happy. So,
hey, Barbara. I never get in the first row. I never get in the first row. I try and try and try. And I think one time when we were there, you told us one time on a previous show that you just happened to get it. I think you purposely got in front of me real quick and just stole it from me.
I'm very mean to you. I steal your parking spots. I uncheck your name when Passholder Preview events happen. I know. I'm sorry.
You did a happy dance when you were there too. Dave's not here. Dave's not here.
So then as you start walking towards the park, you start to see signage. Actually, you can't read that sign, so let's see if it was a close-up. They're telling you what to expect. You're going to have your temperature checked. You're going to have to wear face coverings. You're going to have to social distance. And then there's another sign with a little bit more specifics that tells you about what to expect.
I feel you, Jeff. I like that.
Yeah, every other spot. It worked really well.
They cram you in there. I mean, you're gonna get your card dinged for sure. I mean, yes, yeah. I know. But you can't trust her.
So, no, they're doing it so that the people are not getting out of their cars at the same time. They're doing it so that those people that got out first are long gone by the time you're getting in the spot next to them. So, because people can't be trusted to just wait till the other people leave. That's why. Because I want to get in the park first. Nope. Disney has this is the disclaimer now that if you get COVID-19 while you're at Walt Disney World, Disney is not responsible. They had to make sure that the lawyers made sure they had this sign outside the park. And they have that same disclaimer when you sign up for a park reservation. If you want to go to the park next week and you go to get a park reservation, you've got to check the box that you read that disclaimer that Disney is not responsible if you get sick. So I don't know how you would prove where you got it. So anyway, so they checked.
Snot-nosed little kid that was touching everything.
Yes, exactly. They checked our temperatures. Actually, Michael it went so fast that it went before I could even get my camera out. So I turned around so you could see behind me. Actually, Disney had put out some pictures of a girl getting her temperature checked, but they're doing it right there in the open. In all truthfulness, they have tents set up for that. But it went so fast. It was just boop, boop, boop. So,
how'd it go?
Boop, boop, boop. And Scott's saying you have to agree to that disclaimer that you won't sue Disney for your COVID-19 before you stay in the hotel as well.
Yeah.
Screening area. The screening process is very different right now. They have you go through with your bags. I was hearing on other podcasts and reports, vloggers, that people were being told to take their big stuff out, their big metal objects like water, like the, Yetis and big metals. But for the most part, that you were just sent through the metal detectors. And we were just sent through the metal detectors. No, they didn't tell us to take anything out of our bags or anything. So I don't know, I'm not sure if they're going to get more TSA style detectors in the future. As Scott and Karen told us last night, and you'll hear on the podcast this week, that's what they have at Universal. They have TSA style where you put your bag on the belt and it goes through the X-ray. So I don't know. But right now, this is all you got. You got metal detectors and you just walk through.
But you didn't encounter any kind of crowd at all, did you? So it went pretty seamlessly and pretty fast?
The whole day, Dave. The whole day. This is what it looked like. This was 20 minutes after opening. So you'd imagine that that's probably the busiest time is when people are showing up. So, because everybody was clamoring to get there, to spend the day. So,
yeah, go back to that last picture in front of Animal Kingdom. That right there, that would just be completely people. Everywhere.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Even 20 minutes after opening, it'd still be.
Oh, absolutely. Everywhere. Yeah.
For hours and hours and hours.
Right.
All day.
That picture right behind me, my green. I'm not actually at Animal Kingdom. If anybody wanted to know, that's.
I
took that picture on there. That's your backyard, isn't it? Or is that Navi River Journey? Navi River Journey?
I was going to give somebody a bumper sticker if they could tell me where I'm at.
Oh, shit.
Okay. I'll send you a bump. I'll send you. I love
Will
Disney.
You send me a bumper? I don't have a bumper sticker. I designed them.
I'm going to send you one now. Let me write this down. Send Toni-Ann a bumper sticker.
Do you need me to send you my address, or do you have it?
I got it. You won. Okay, Toni-Ann won.
Okay.
You just took that away from somebody that could have.
Well, maybe we could think of another contest this week.
If somebody can tell me where Toni-Ann's at, I'll send you a bumper sticker.
So and I made it very clear that I couldn't make because have you ever seen the naughty pictures where people stand between the AN and the AL? Yes. So I had to be very careful that wasn't possible with me turning my head.
No, well, before the podcast, it was there, and you might want to move your head a little to this way.
So, I'm totally gone.
Barbara, you are correct.
I'm at my house. Barbara gets a bumper sticker. So, immediately I walked in, and this is one of the first things I saw was cleaning. The cleaning. The park had just barely opened, and there's people cleaning the garbage cans, and that was pretty indicative of the day. I heard somebody saying that one of the things that's holding them back is lack of cleaning. They're not seeing a lot of people cleaning, and I have to wholeheartedly disagree with that. I was there and saw a lot of cleaning. Actually, the first thing I saw was this. That's Karen. I'm walking, and she says, and I hear somebody go, Toni-Ann. And that was Karen. And she said she recognized me from behind. And I'm wondering where in podcasts or live streams have anybody seen me from that she recognized my back of my hair. I don't know, but that was good. I'm glad we got to see each other. We both had children with us, so we didn't get to, hang out because my kids were going one way and the girl she was with were going the other way. So, but we will get together soon.
Yeah. So thank you, Karen, for coming on the show. We just talked about this earlier. Karen.
Yeah. Scott and Karen.
On and we recorded a podcast about Universal because they went to Universal.
Right.
And I think I can say this, and I don't want to jump the ship, but we've kind of been through this before with Adam St. Pierre. And it's hushes the word until they say something. But Scott's kind of put a little something out there that they may start a podcast, maybe. So
cool. Well, we'll have to have them on when they do, and then maybe we'll go on theirs, and then Okay. She recognized Michael. Yeah. Well, everybody knows Michael. And there's Michael with the next thing that was everywhere. You could not get away from hand sanitizer. There was hand sanitizer at the beginning of every queue, at the end of every queue. When you got off the ride, there was hand sanitizer, and most people were using it. At one point, there was we got off Expedition Everest. There was a cast member at the exit of Expedition Everest. They weren't saying anything to people. He was just standing there with an iPad. And when you put your hand under the sanitizer, he was ticking a box on his iPad. So they must have sent him to tally how many people were using the hand sanitizer, because he was definitely counting how many people were using the hand sanitizer, which I find really interesting that Disney does things like that. But
maybe they're trying to figure out how much they're going to go through, how long one of those things lasts.
maybe, or they want to have. They might need the data to prove that this is why they can be open, because people are being responsible. I don't know.
Yeah, or they know how long I don't know how long it's going to last, so they can who knows, for the start of the
how much
day.
they need to order. I remember when Universal first opened that there were vloggers that were saying the hand sanitizer was all out right when you got in the park. So yeah, Disney. There was a meme going around when Universal and SeaWorld first opened that they were the test crash dummies for Disney, and they probably were. So walked into Pandora, and that I'm going to tell you, Barbara. I just want Dave, keep the things up. I want to show you. That's Pandora at park opening. What does Pandora normally look like at park opening?
You wouldn't. There would be no. You wouldn't be able to see the sidewalk.
No, it'd just be a swarm of people.
Yeah, it would just be shoulder to shoulder people right there.
Right. Now, Avatar Flight of Passage, I've seen wait times since that day, every day. The longest wait time I saw was on that first annual Passholder Preview day. It was 40 minutes for a little bit. But since then, it's been 5 minutes, almost 5 minutes, 15, 10. Wall-to-wall people. But so Avatar Flight of Passage the waits have actually been less than Navi River Journey. And I think the reason for that was that Navi River Journey, the way they were spacing the people, they were only letting one family on a boat. So you couldn't, and there's just smaller capacity for that. Flight of Passage, they had us spread out. They, the pre-show, they had us go to the second room, and they had like 3 people, and then they had like 2 spaces, and they had 3 more people together. They had families, 2 people. And so the people going in actually took up both preview rooms. So it was a shorter pre-show because we were more spaced out, taking up both rooms. And then they had, what do you call those? Life cycles. That's Tron. They had the Banshees between each family. So they had like 2 or 3 between each family. So we were really spaced out on Flight of Passage as well. But they're keeping it. I'm thinking that too, Scott. I don't know how they're doing Smuggler's Run. That'll be interesting to see. The park opens tomorrow. There's been some Passholder previews this week, I think, but I'm not sure how they're doing Smuggler's Run. I'm not going there till August 15th. So very interesting. We talked last night about annual pass holders, and so you'll hear this on the podcast this week, but it's going to be kind of not negated by the news that Disney's released more park passes for annual pass holders starting Thursday. If you're an annual pass holder who couldn't get in July or August, they are making more availability for pass holders. But very interestingly, it said for Magic Kingdom, Epcot, and Animal Kingdom, Hollywood Studios, they are not opening up any more availability. So,
well, you posted some wait times today.
Yeah,
and that was surprising.
Yeah, there was a there was a cast member preview today at Hollywood Studios, and the rides were up around 45 minutes, 55 minutes. So that was for Smuggler's Run, Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, and Slinky Dog. Toy Story Mania had a long wait too for some reason, but Rise of the Resistance was down, and I didn't see it come back up.
I thought it was Slinky Dog that was down. No?
Rise, I think Rise and Slinky were both down, but then later in the day, I saw Slinky with a little bit of a wait, but it was like 30 minutes, which still isn't bad compared to what it usually is. But we'll have to see when it actually opens to the public what the wait times look like. So I don't know. Also saw some first pictures from Food and Wine Festival. Dave and I talked. We're going to do a Food and Wine Festival preview next Tuesday. We'll do. But I saw my first pictures of Food and Wine. So you know how excited I am about that.
I know. I'm totally excited to eat off those garbage cans again. Trash cans. Yeah.
Trash cans.
They're really sanitizing good, so that's a good thing.
Well, that's true. And, you know, I could go for some hot soup in July.
Yeah, sounds great. Then.
So, all right. So the interesting thing that I noticed when we were leaving Flight of Passage, they had us all spaced out in the line. Oh, I wanted to show people this. This is every 6 feet, your family is spaced out from the family in front of you. And I'm sure you guys have seen this on every other podcast this week and vlog. And there are barricades at the points where the lines, weave, so that the person going one way isn't coughing on the person going the other way. So there are barricades between you.
Yeah, Travis, your trip's coming up pretty quick, I do believe.
Yeah, I mean that is usually a bottleneck of people. That area right there, in front of the floating mountains, walking towards Flight of Passage, you usually have to squeeze your way through there. So that's the crowd level we're looking at.
Yeah,
Publix is way worse than that. The grocery store, when I went to the deli counter last week, was way worse than that. So Flight of Passage. When we got on, everybody was spaced out. When we got off, not so much. Everybody just got off and left, and there was a bottleneck of people there. Very interesting. Dan Austin, Holly Austin's husband, they live in Sandusky. He works for Cedar Point, which is a big roller coaster park. It's famous for their roller coasters. He said what they're doing is they're letting people get off the ride one at a time. So I would get off, and then they'd wait till I was down a ways before they'd let the next family get off. Disney maybe can take a note from that, because when we got off, everybody got off. So we'll have to see if Disney has to change their practice, if that continues to be an issue. That was the only time I saw people not social distancing appropriately, was at the ride exits. So we did take off our masks we went to Satterley Canteen and had a couple of bottles of water. So we sat down at the outdoor area, and the tables are clearly marked, where you can sit and where you can't. So every other table, give or take, we sat down, we took off our masks, we had a little bit of a break. I've seen videos this week of these relaxation areas in Magic Kingdom. I did not notice any in Animal Kingdom. I didn't grab a map because I know the park. So I didn't think to look for where these places are. I didn't see any in Animal Kingdom, but I'm not sure. They were right.
I heard it's at the companion bathroom. I heard it's at the companion bathroom.
It's in the companion bathroom. That's great. Actually, we didn't have to wait one time for the companion bathroom. That was the nice thing about this. I want to go back to this sign. When we saw the videos from Shanghai, when Shanghai first opened, they had little, like those trifold signs on the table. Disney Animal Kingdom they had the sign pasted on the table. And I think it's for the reason I said, because entitled Americans will just take the cardboard sign and chuck it. So that doesn't apply to me. Well, this is actually taped down on the table that you're not supposed to sit at that table. We'll see.
Put little shockers on.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Interesting. You know what the line for Flight of Passage normally looks like in the morning. There was none of that, but they do have a plan in place, because when you're leaving Pandora, going over that bridge to Africa, the spacing, you see the line markers go all the way, keep going into Africa.
Wow.
Up where
out to the parking lot.
Yeah, so they know that the line can get long.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we'll see how long it actually gets. I didn't see any of that when I was there, but and Club 33 looks all done there. So when are you going to get me into Club 33, Dave?
Well, they're supposed to send me the final documents any day now.
Okay, I'm looking forward to that.
We have our passes and everything ready to go.
I'm looking forward to that.
Along with the media passes, it's all coming. Yeah.
Yeah. Travis thinks
he wants to go on it like 10 times straight. That's what he thinks.
He thinks we're jinxing him, talking about how short the lines are. So.
Well, he can let us know when he gets there. He can send us pictures of how long that line is.
Every ride that we rode, we were spaced out, and there was we either had our own cars or we had space between us and the other families. The only place we did not see that was the safari. The safari was a 5-minute wait. I had never walked that whole windy thing. I think I must have always had a fast pass for the safari. I was like, oh wow. But when you get to the queue, to what I call the corral, where they tell you go to row 2, go to row 3, that has barricades so that you're not breathing on the family next to you.
I like that. I'm kind of liking these things to keep
you apart from the strangers.
Yeah, I'm kind of liking some of the stuff.
And they did load every row, but you had plastic between you and the family in front of you. Now,
it was hot when you were there. Did you notice that it was any because
that it didn't really I didn't feel like it was doing anything to make the cross breeze any. No, it was good. It was, I'll tell you, Dave, it was, and I had it on video, but I didn't share it here. It was the most active animal safari I've seen. The dogs were out. There's the dogs. The cattle, you always see the cattle. The cheetah, there were 2 of them. There were 2 cheetahs and the lion. Everybody was out. It was and this was like, I want to say 11 o'clock, and it was hot. I always hear, oh, you have to go in the morning when it's cool. I don't know. They were up.
You know, they're used to so much traffic that they're probably like, oh, you know, they're probably, finally we can just be ourselves, you know.
Yeah. So
because think about it, they probably don't know what's going on. They're so, I mean, truck after truck after truck every day. You know.
I don't know.
It's gotta be exhausting for them.
So
here another one comes.
I did want to share not that one. Not that one though. This one. Not that one. That one, the third one. This is riveting.
Yeah, Jeff. Yeah, I feel you. I know it's, but I don't know if some of the stuff that Toni-Ann's talking about, all their safety measures, and I don't know if you were here earlier in the show, but Toni-Ann was talking about how she felt safer there, and the measures that they're taking are better than being at a lot of these, like grocery stores and other places.
Yeah.
So
So I did want to share this video. I'm going to make this full screen. As soon as we got, as soon as we got off the bus, the truck, they were waiting at the platform with their sanitizers and their spray bottles and cleaning the truck.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's awesome. I saw them running trains empty, like the Expedition Everest. I guess they were spraying it and then they'd run it to dry off between people. Yeah. I get that, Jeff, what you're saying. It's a personal decision for everyone, and not, I feel like right now it's, I don't know. I'm blocked out now until August, so I won't be going back until then. So I guess yeah, so we'll have to see.
Yeah, but your home is, of course your home is the safest place you could possibly be, as long as nobody's coming and going that, hasn't been coming and going on a regular basis anyway. But they're doing everything possible. I mean, they're not running trams. Buses are limited to capacity, they're not packing those things anymore. Even the car parking, temperature checks. You don't get that when you go to the grocery store. They're not checking your temperature when you go to the grocery store. So I don't know. I think that, it is a personal decision. You just got to decide if it's between what they're doing and what you're doing, personally. Maybe it'll be okay. I don't know. Scott says he felt safe, so.
Yeah. Another high traffic area is that area behind. That's not it. Yeah,
Hey,
I
got
guess
2 kids. So I'll feel safer at Disney than here. That's for sure.
Yeah, Amanda's a teacher. My job too, Amanda, as a nurse. I'm exposed to people every day, so it's hard. It's a personal decision that your family has to make. We got the crushing news from AJ Mills today that she will not be coming to G3. She just doesn't feel like a transcontinental flight is a good idea right now. So. And
her trip was planned for, what was it, November or December?
She had one in November. She canceled, and she said she's canceling G3 in February. Mm-hmm. So that makes me sad.
Yeah.
They did have a couple shows. That's not the picture I had. Well, there you can't see it. The Up Bird show. I guess I brought the wrong picture over. The Up Flights of Wonder that they changed to the Up, that was open. And Karen Daves, she told me she went to see Bug's Life, and it was, what she explained to me was they had your family, and then there were three seats between you, and then the next family and 3 seats between you. So so you were spaced out well.
See, I like that too.
Yeah, not being next to people. So.
Mm-hmm. Well, those seats are so small, and they're right on top of somebody.
The only line I encountered was Yak and Yeti. Yak and Yeti had the longest wait in the park that day. This was 11:30, and they were telling people that with a Landry Select card, it was 45 minutes. Everybody else was going to be like 2 hours. So we decided not to wait. We had a Landry Select card. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, with it being an annual pass passers there, I bet a lot of them had the Landry.
Exactly. That's, I think, what it was. I think most of the people there were Landry holders. So
because most of the time it's a 10-minute wait.
Right.
You know,
Right.
tops maybe 15.
So we didn't eat there that day. So that's something we'll have to wait till probably September until I'm going back to Animal Kingdom.
Well, all the quick service.
Quick service was open. Quick service was directing you to use your mobile ordering so that it was a cashless transaction, and you waited outside, and when your food was ready, you could go in and get it, and so that was okay. We didn't really use it though. We wound up by that time it was getting to be lunchtime, getting to be noon, and we were getting hot. This is a picture that I did. If you remember the picture from when I first came in the park, I was wearing a cotton mask. By around 11:30, I was hot, and I switched over to a surgical mask. And I found the surgical mask was a lot more breathable for me. My suggestion to anyone coming is to bring a few different masks, seeing what works best for you, and changing out. Because after a while, it gets hot, the humidity, the thing gets wet, moisture, and so you want to change it
Sorry.
I know I did. It felt good.
I can't say anything.
Michael's talking.
What's up, Mike?
I said, you have to put a shirt on if you want to come on screen. And he went, oh, how dare I? It's put a shirt on.
I mean, he has to wear a shirt and a mask if he wants to come on the live feed.
So we went, we're doing the circle here to see the trend. We rode Cali River Rapids. That had no wait. That was one place that I was disappointed in the hygiene. Went to get a locker. Cali River Rapids, you can get a locker. Oh, you put a shirt on.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Miss Chess here.
Come back here.
Miss Chess here. Well, Miss Chess here.
Did you like Animal Kingdom?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, probably maybe. That's not so P. So Miss P.
Okay. He's saying soda makes you pee. That's Michael's minute. That's what he said. Soda makes you pee.
Well, Michael, coffee makes me pee, so.
Makes pee.
You want that?
So that's a pee.
Yeah, but you could use the toilet, so I'm all right with it. Scott said, "Hey, Mike."
Yes, Scott.
All right. So, Cali River Rapids was the one place I was disappointed in Disney because they have the lockers where you could put your stuff for free. So you have to go use the little computer touchscreen. There was no cast member there cleaning the screen. I didn't understand why there wasn't a cast member there wiping the screen between uses.
Yeah, that's weird.
And there wasn't even hand sanitizer there. So I did it, and I had my own hand sanitizer. But that was one place that I saw problems. He tripped over the table.
You could just put your hand in the water and sanitize it from the
Ew,
water.
that nasty water fountain was not running that day.
That's disgusting. Oh my god. Yeah, well, that's because that's the most disgusting thing, I think, in any park. That's just not right. And the parents are staying right there.
They stick their kids' heads under. Didn't we see somebody stick their kid's head under it?
They're like almost giving them baths. Yeah, they're like encouraging them. I think I saw one guy do the whole round and then.
If you don't know what we're talking about that thing near Cali River Rapids, the fountain where the water and the kids all play around it. And yes,
big ball.
It's pretty gross. It's pretty gross. Yeah. It was not on. Disney did not have it on. So
yeah, well, that's probably a good thing.
That was good. Cali River Rapids was a walk-on, and when you got off, the family in front of us, when you get off there before you turn the corner, they asked, "Can we go back on?" And so they didn't have to weave through the whole line again. They just let them get off and turn around and get back on. So That was nice. We worked our way around the circle. That's where we first saw characters. That's Pocahontas and Miko. And this is the next video I want to share. This is Karen's video. Nope, that's not Karen's video. Sorry. That's not Karen's video. This should be Karen's video. Yep. Here we go. This is how the characters are coming. And that's it. It's like if you blink, you miss it. That was the thing. People are like, oh, I love how they're doing the characters. I was not crazy about how they were doing it in Animal Kingdom. It was literally they flew by you, and by the time you got to the water to see them, they were gone. So I did see the cavalcades at Magic Kingdom, and those look awesome. I'm not digging how they're doing it at Animal Kingdom, but some people like it. But I just thought it was too fast. By the time you saw them coming, you got to the water, and they were whizzing by you. So,
well, at Busch Gardens they have these little cannons when people come down the river thing, the water thing. You can squirt them. That's what they should do.
Yeah.
They should have big water cannons so you could squirt the characters.
You want to squirt Goofy?
Yeah, it'd be fun. Like a little water cannon.
I did want to share the video at this point of Merida's horse in case anybody, because we're going to talk about it on the podcast tomorrow. We talked about it last night. So if you haven't seen this video of and her horse, we're going to watch it now so that you guys know what we're talking about. And this is how they're doing it at Magic Kingdom. But this is my favorite thing about that video was the mother at the end going, "What are you crying for?" to the kid.
Well,
It's like, because the kid is probably traumatized by that.
Yeah, it was her balloon, wasn't it, that went over there and did that. So she felt it was all her fault.
And
it was her fault.
And it was.
Look,
No, but
I have to give
yeah.
props to the to Princess, because she obviously is a horse person, because she held on when that big horse reared up, and she held on until it calmed down enough, and then she skedaddled right off that horse like she didn't skip a beat. And the two handlers handled it very well and calmed the horse down really well. So it could have been a lot worse, because that is a big horse.
Absolutely. That amazing how they handled it. One thing, I don't know if you noticed, you can go back and watch it. It's on YouTube. Just look up Merida's horse. The lack of crowds again. There was nobody on Main Street there in that picture. So if it stays like that, yeah. Steve said the poor horse, yeah. So, but that's how they're doing characters. They're doing these small. They're not doing full-size parades. They're just doing one float at a time. So that's my guy, Mickey. I miss him. I wonder when I'll see him again. Oh.
Well, when you do, he's not going to be able to hug you. So,
Yeah, I know. But I know he wants to. I know he wants to hug me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So moving along, good news. Michael's ice cream truck was open. So Michael got to have his ice cream. Yes. Yes.
And a pure. That's a good spot for some.
Actually, what they did, and I should have taken a better picture. You can't see it here. If you see that red umbrella, that was where you ordered. You ordered there. There was a line with the spacing, with the markings on the ground. It was kind of like a food and wine festival booth where you go to the kiosk with the umbrella to order and pay, and then you move on to the truck and get your food. So that's how they were doing it, and it worked really well. So he got to have his ice cream.
Yeah, that's some good ice cream.
Brian Bond said, "I can see Mickey anytime I want. Google a picture of him." He doesn't get it. He doesn't get what it feels like to squeeze that mouse. Okay. So we got to Expedition Everest. The sign said 5-minute wait. And really what it meant was just walk through the queue and you'll get to ride. I hadn't been in the queue. Oh, I just took a picture of a companion restroom. I didn't know what that was a picture of.
No, that's the relaxation station.
There was no wait. That's what that was a picture of. I wanted to show you guys that there was no wait for the companion restroom.
So there was nobody in there?
There's nobody in there. No couples. Nobody changing the entire family into Halloween costumes. Nobody smoking. I do want to talk about this for a minute though. There's a group on Facebook, a Facebook group for Disney for adults, and it's kind of can get a little risque, and people use it as a dating group. They try to like a singles group, and they were mentioning that that's a place where they go when they want to be alone with their date. Let's just leave it at that. And that just got me so mad. And Amanda saw it too, I think, and it got her really mad too. Because my kid is waiting outside and has to go to the bathroom.
True that.
Not my favorite. So we rode Expedition Everest and got to see, because I hadn't seen that queue. I'm sorry, Dave. It's not a full picture. He's going to drink anyway. I hadn't seen that queue in a long time. So, yes, Danielle. People are gross. People are really gross. Okay. So I want to show you I'm not going to show you the whole video. I just want to show you a hair of
True that, Rob.
Nope, wrong one. Close that one.
But that companion bathroom is cheap.
Shut up, guys. All right. I just want to show you that this, I'm not going to show you the whole 2 minutes, but what I'm basically showing you there is that we had the whole train to ourselves. There was not one person on that train that wasn't my family.
Wow.
I don't think it'll always be like that, but I think that there will be spacing between the cars. It was pretty awesome. I wish they put us in the front instead of the back, but we did have the whole car to ourselves. So
Did you
I think
ask
that
him?
was the last video I had to share. So
Did you ask him if he could sit?
no, I didn't even think about it. It was so quick, and we probably could have. It just went so quick that And we could have just gotten off and gotten back on, but it the kids, by that time, it was about 12:30, they were getting hot. So it was hot. The one thing I will tell you, they at the when you get off to get your picture, they're not having you tap your bands. They're just automatically linking them. I guess that's a touch point that they don't want a lot of people touching, and probably because people gather at that point looking at the pictures. So they're avoiding that bottleneck of people. You know, Brian, Festival of Lion King and Finding Nemo were not open. The only shows that were open was the Up Bird Show and Bugs Life. And when G3 happens, we are going to go see Festival of Lion King like 3 times.
Yeah, when Tony puts the videos up, there's no sound. We can't talk. So
no, we can't talk. But I was just trying to show you that we had that whole car to ourselves. So now they're going automatically to your My Disney Experience. They do direct you, if you don't have Magic Band, to go to the gift shop and they'll show you your picture. So the thing is, those pictures, the Expedition Everest picture took a full 24 hours to show up on My Disney Experience, and the dinosaur picture took 2 days, 48 hours to show up on My Disney Experience. So that was, so we're almost done here. There's nothing else open except Dino Land. And I know Dominic wants to ride Dinosaur, and I say to Dominic, okay, we'll walk over there with you, and me and Michael wait outside. And Mr. Michael says, I want to ride Dinosaur.
Wow.
So Michael got on Dinosaur. If you see in this picture, there was the row between me and the other family. And I don't know how well you can see in the picture. You can see a little bit of the reflection. There was a big plexiglass between us. You can kind of see it in this picture from the side. Right behind the front row at the top, there's a piece of plexiglass separating the front row from the back row. And they're not using the middle row. So, yeah.
Well, if everybody would just scream from their heart, we wouldn't have to have those plexiglass up there.
Well, this poor kid looks like that's a mom and a dad, and there is a child there, it looks like. So I don't know.
Oh yeah, that's about how I feel about Dinosaur. Oh.
So, and then the kids were like, we want to go to Wawa and have lunch. So that's what they did, because we were going to go into, what is that burger place there next to Dinosaur? I don't even eat there. That's why can't even think of the name off the top of my head. Restaurantosaurus. That's what it is. They didn't want to go to Restaurantosaurus or Flame Tree. They said they just wanted Wawa. So if they couldn't have bao buns at Yak and Yeti, they'd rather have Wawa. Dominic really wanted Yak and Yeti, and when we left,
that's too bad.
When we left, this is what it looked like. It was so empty.
Wow,
so,
that's crazy.
And that was at 12:30, 1 o'clock. There was nobody. So I'm going to watch the vloggers over the next few weeks. I'm going to see how it looks once it's fully opened. I'm going to watch the wait times, and I'm going to, make informed decisions for my family. And that's what I suggest to you guys listening to Jeff. He had that question before. Just keep your eye on the vlogs, keep your eye on the wait times, but know that Disney is putting in a lot of measures. There were besides the sanitizer, there were hand washing stations. Dominic used one of them over by Dino Land, the hand washing station. They had those. They had sanitizer literally everywhere. When you got in the queue, while you were in the queue, and right before you got on the ride, right as you got off the ride, there was hand sanitizer everywhere. So,
Yeah, well, everything you showed so far seems like it's they're going above and beyond.
uh-huh.
And but there's, like I said at the beginning, there's a lot of haters out there, and you're going to get that. Just like that picture you posted on the Friends of the Disney Crush.
Oh, I wish I had that. I wish I had brought that picture over. Shoot.
That's okay. About how they took different angles of, I think it was cast member preview.
It was, yeah, I think it was. It was a picture of a family waiting in line for I guess it was Splash Mountain, it looked like. And the picture was I'm looking for it but I can't find it now, of course, because I want to see it. Straight on, looking straight at the line, and it looked like they were all right on top of each other. But then when you took the picture from the side, you could see that they were well spaced. But when you looked at the people, the heads, it looked like people were right on top of each other.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If you can't, check the Friends of the Disney Crush Facebook page for that. And you'll see it. I don't see where it is now. I'm trying to find it. But
feeling, Jeff, just to, use your gut. Yeah. You'll know what to do. Just be safe, protect you and your family. And if you don't feel right about it, then absolutely don't go.
Yeah, I've got it here. I can share it. So this is the picture that looks like, that's the picture that looks like they're all on top of each other. And then when you see it from the side, keep your eye on that lady in the yellow shirt. Look how far apart they really are. So it's a big difference.
Mm-hmm. And they're putting it out there. Yeah, it's crazy. They're just looking for clickbait. They're just trying to get clickbait, Right. And it's not fair to the cast members either, because that's just not nice. There's some crazy people out there.
Yeah. So I did want to talk a little bit about what's going on with the food. Disney did send me some pictures. Well, they put them up for any media people of what they're doing with the character dining. We talked about this. Topolino's is open. It's the only place currently serving character breakfast. The characters are walking around kind of the way you see Mickey there. He's smiling and waving, but walking past you, and you are able to take selfies like that where Minnie's in the background. If you catch the characters behind you, you can. So that's what it is right now. There were some pictures released from different vloggers who went to have breakfast at Chef Mickey's. It's all you can eat. It's $25. It's served family style. It's $15 for kids, $25 for adults, and it's all you can eat, but there's no characters. So you kind of have to make decisions about what you're going to do about that. Because with no dining plan, it really does matter to some people. They need to get their value. So
right.
That's about it. They are doing mobile check-in at the restaurants, the table service restaurants, where they have a QR code that you scan on your phone to let them know you're at the restaurant, versus having everybody walk up to the podium and crowd that girl at the podium. And they're encouraging cash contactless payment when possible.
So then you're not.
I don't know. We'll have to see.
You're not thinking about canceling your annual passes then anytime soon?
No, I'm not thinking about canceling my annual passes. I want to wait and see what happens. We're blocked out now until August anyway. We weren't going now anyway, so I'm gonna wait and see what's going on. And I've got a couple of park reservations in August and September, and we'll see.
Yeah, I'm curious to go and see it too in August myself, and then I'll evaluate it then. But I'm digging the low crowds. and all
Yeah,
the
we'll see how long
spacing
it
and all-
stays that way.
Yeah, I know it's going to get worse, but anyway,
So the
take advantage of
interesting,
it while you can.
yeah, the interesting thing that Disney said in their email that they sent out to annual pass holders today, I got it 3 times. It's like they're overcompensating now for us not getting emails. I got 3 of the same email today saying that they were opening up availability for pass holders in July. They said they are not increasing the capacity. So these park reservations have to be coming from the inventory of day pass, maybe the regular ticket holders. I don't see them taking away from the resort guests, but they are taking some of those park reservations and giving them back to the annual pass holders because there were so many people calling, canceling their passes, I think, asking for refunds.
And they just
I don't think
they just did a
I don't think Disney can. They can't bleed any more money right now, giving people back the money for their annual passes. So
no, and they're giving annual passes 30% off of merch because they have to have an overabundance of stocked material that they just got to get rid of.
Yeah. It was interesting. Well, we're going to talk. You guys will listen to the podcast. What the Dave said, Scott and Karen, Universal had an abundance of merchandise, and listen to the podcast and you'll hear what Universal was doing for their pass holders to get rid of that merchandise. So
yeah.
All right.
All right, Tony. Well, I guess that's good. I gotta get to editing some more because.
Okay, and we've been talking over an hour. I didn't realize, but I think
Scott, he talks and talks. I gotta edit him out.
All right. I think we're gonna keep watching the crowds and the wait times in the next couple weeks, and then we'll be cautiously optimistic.
Travis, there's a mosquito in here. I'm trying to get him. If I thought Disney sprayed for mosquitoes.
It's supposed to.
Travis, I think, is going the end of the month. End of this month. So
yes.
Curious to find out how it is when he goes.
How many times he can ride Flight of Passage. Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you next week, and the podcast should be out tomorrow night, maybe, hopefully, if Dave can get it done. And we'll be playing Mouse Quiz. Tomorrow night's Mouse Quiz, Wednesday at 8. It's the last Wednesday night show, according to Chad. So Wednesday night at 8, Friday night at 9. Come play Mouse Quiz. Join the Disney Crushers. We are the reigning champs 3 weeks in a row. Yakking Yenta.
Yeah. But,
Oi.
Yeah, he's still gonna do them on Fridays. He's gonna Wednesday's gonna stop, but he'll continue to do them on
Friday nights at 9. Mm-hmm. All right, guys.
Travis is going the 23rd through the 27th.
Okay, cool. So, all right. Sounds good.
We'll see if he can ride it 10 times. He doesn't puke his guts up.
Yeah. All right, guys. Good night. Bye, Jeff.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Thanks for coming. We'll see you guys.
Bye.